So good morning, everybody. This is, I think, the earliest start I've had, but in a long time. But come on, neutral, please. Yeah, it's kind of a sad morning. This is the last day. I'm gonna go, try to get back to the house tonight. That's good. Go that way. I'll go this way. Yeah, sad morning. Last day. But yeah, it's been a good trip so far. Saw some really cool stuff. I am kind of glad I went west and not south. Hey, it did give me an arrow. I'm glad I went west, not south, because, the southeast have been battling rain the last week and a half. So we're going to take this to plan today is to get home. We're going to swing through Vandalia to the Ponderosa because, there's not any around where I live now. So, and their chicken wings used to be really good. I don't know after COVID if they changed the recipe a little bit or what, but they're not quite the same. Yeah, I am glad I put the liner in the jacket. I probably could have gotten away with the insulated gloves too, but I want to let these dry out. Go probably about an hour out of town and probably find a quick trip to get a quick bite to eat, a biscuit or a muffin or something, or a croissant. I gotta put like some silicone reconditioner on this seal because it's just sticking a little bit. Not bad. It's a pain when you try to close it though. And I know one thing I do want to avoid I-80 up from Joliet all the way into Indiana if I can at all help it, because that'll be a mess later, because it always is on Friday afternoons. Is that Hollywood? Okay. I don't think there is a Hollywood in Missouri. I think the only Hollywood is over by the Speedway. Always seems weird they put weight limits at over 40 tons. But that's what Missouri do. That's how Missouri... What was that? Voice cracking. That's how Missouri do. think going this way instead of heading up to 36 adds like 50 miles, something like that. I don't like these diamonds anymore. I think the first one was in Springfield, Missouri, I think. Remember when roundabouts were going to be the biggest thing, and then all of a sudden roundabouts kind of, for freeway interchanges, went away, and they started building these diamonds. Maybe Casey Mo. Missouri River. City limit, Kansas City. Yep, go like an hour down the road or so, get to, like Boonville maybe, or Valley's Casino. I think that's the old Isle of Capri. Try to call Gearheads probably when I eat lunch later, or at least reach out to them on Facebook and see how backed up they are to get tires and a 40K done on a Softail, because we're going to be close to it. Damn it, Blair. Reset my daily. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to 41 or if I'll just go 57 yet. I have not decided that one. We deliver cannabis. So people can't even be bothered to get their own weed anymore. I mean, if you're bedridden, okay, maybe, but I was not under the impression we needed a DoorDash or an Uber Smokes. get by one, I got another one throwing shit at me. Everything's going on by Gregory. You got a lane closed because of construction. You got I'm not a fan of when they say, you know, 70 Kansas City. We're technically in Kansas City. How about you say downtown? Downtown would work. KCK would work. Stadiums are just inside of 430. I don't know. Up after I get gas. This is going to be boring because, you know, this is a very what did Todd, the Control City Freak, say about this area? It's full of nothing but billboards for fireworks stands, porno stores, weed stores, and signs that you will be going eternally damned for porno, fireworks, and weed. Okay, see you later. Okay, in Concordia or Moberly or Waverly or I don't know, somewhere by Knobs Knock or something, something like that. Holly's Knob. I don't know. Saw a weird name for a town. That's for damn sure. Probably should have went to the VP fuel spot, but that's okay. But Casey's works, and it's on the correct side of the street. Gasoptanium. Concordia, that's where I'm at, Concordia. So, Gasoptanium, that's not good, gravel. Glasses are on. Next stop will be Kansas City. I'm going the wrong way. Next stop will be San Luis-ish. Did have to add about quart of oil again. It was just at the bottom of the stick after sitting for about 5 minutes. And 173 miles until we get to. I don't know if that's 370 or 270. It really don't matter either way. Probably take 370, but it really doesn't matter which one. Alright, we'll see you guys in, well, for me it'll be about 2.5 hours. For you guys it'll be just now, because, although, no, I'm going to pick this up and, I'll pick this up when we head down to the river. I know I'm going to have at least one pit stop involved before I get to St. Louis, because, yeah, I can do a full rip on fuel if I need to, but, you know, I don't need to. I got time to kill. Alright, we'll pick this up when we get close to the river here in about, I think it's like 40 miles. I think it's like mile marker 110, something like that, 105, that range. Alright, let's see in a bit. Okay, let's see what's changed here in a week as we come up to the river. they're expanding this to 3 lanes, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that would make sense why they built a new bridge. That maybe was just time. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that bridge is original I-70, which is what, 50 years? 60 years now? 50 years. Because the Federal Aid Highway Act was signed in 54? I think. That sounds right. Although this looks pretty new, this concrete. Unless they're going to have like one side on that one and one side on this one. Rocheport. Okay. No, Nebo. I thought it said something else. I thought it said nerd for a second. They completely demolished this thing when they had this closed last weekend. They pulled all the pillars and stuff out. Now they're working on getting stuff set up to put the foundations in. Skip ahead to St. Louis, which we're still, I don't know, hour and a half from, something like that. But let's see if they sign Wentzville again. If they even give us a mileage sign. It's the dumbest sign I've ever seen. Yeah, sign Wentzville. Why? Why are you signing a suburb of St. Louis? You know what would be better than that? Signing St. Louis. Sign Columbia if you want to not sign St. Louis. That's fine. Columbia, at least that's a university, and it's pretty much the biggest city in central Missouri on I-70. Sign that. That's fine. Not great, but it's fine. It's okay. Get all these county road signs just I did mention I did message while I was stopped to use the bathroom a second ago and throw the set on the charger. I did message Gearheads through Facebook and see how far out they're booked to do the service on this thing and to change these tires. Why do I got a feeling they're going to say, hey, come on in today, we can get it taken care of? And I'm going to say, yeah, I'm still in Missouri. I'm nowhere near there yet. Hey, we got St. Louis on the board. Yay, 130 miles. But yeah, I'm in Missouri. I won't be home till late tonight. Till probably 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. Okay, let's skip ahead to St. Louis. We'll see you guys in about, for you guys, 30 seconds. For me, 2 hours still. Alright, see you then. Okay, once again, yes, obtainium. So, Let's head into Kansas City. Good Lord, into St. Louis now. I got probably about half battery in my Senna, which is good. It'll get me at least till I get lunch, and I can put it back on the charger for another 45 minutes. And that should get me damn near enough to get home. .47 to St. Louis proper, although I don't think we're not going to go into St. Louis. We're going to take the bypass. Probably stop somewhere just in Illinois to use the restroom, but other than that, we're not going to stop until we'll top the tank up when we stop for lunch in Vandalia, which is right about an hour and a half away. Probably when I stopped in Illinois at probably the rest area just across, gonna take the liner out because it's getting warm now. I almost debated taking it out when I stopped to get gas. I was like, nah, it's okay still. It's getting warm now. It's getting warm now. Kind of a weird dog leg here. Miles to 61. That's also, I think, where we meet 64. I think it's the same interchange. Where 64 spawned, Chesterfield, and that should be downtown St. Louis, because 64 is a better way to go downtown, 70 is a better way to go to the airport, and especially now since 70 no longer goes truly downtown, because it did exit to go to the Stan Span. There you go, St. Louis Airport follows 70. But still, that should be the airport and Illinois. That should be the airport in Illinois. Lights out, and it looks like the hyper flash is gone again. I don't know why this thing keeps doing the hyper flash. The bulbs are blinking normally, but the left one keeps giving me a hyper flash. Boy, I'm glad I got gas where I did. It jumped about 15 cents over here. Get home, I'll total up everything I spent between gas and hotels. I don't really worry too much about what food, because food was going to be pretty constant no matter which way. Just my budget when I'm traveling is about $200 a day, $100 for a hotel, and then $100 for gas and food. But I don't really look at food as being that big of a deal, because you know, I'd spend about the same if I was not buying food at the house. Don't jump! Oh no, that's a lamp. I thought that was a dude. I see people look like they might jump off a bridge or something. I think all I can think is the opening scene from one of the few good movies that Michael Moore did, Canadian Bacon. He was still kind of actually interested in making, entertaining movies and not preachy movies. When he would, where John Candy's playing the sheriff of Niagara County, New York, and after a defense contractor's plant is shut down, they're like, everybody having if people jumping over the falls, they've introduced this bonus program. If they talk somebody off of jumping, it's a $50 bonus. You have to get the body to 100, or maybe it's 25 and 50, whatever. But they actually make more money having to fish out the body. So John Candy and Rhea Perlman they're basically saying, begging one of their friends, jump. Oh man. That's just a view of the stupid things that go into my mind or into my head. So, looking ahead to my trip for next year, assuming I only have a week that I go to Sturgis again, which I mean, we'll see. I may hate it and say, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather take a 2-week cruise trip and do blah, 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 instead of spending that kind of money. Because I could take a month for what I'm spending, because my Sturgis budget is like $5 grand, $6 grand, something like that. So I could take, a month off work, even unpaid off work if I wanted to. For what I'm spending to go to Sturgis. But if I have a good time and decide to go back and I'll only have a week to do a moto trip, I would like to go northwest at some point. I'd also like to go... I just don't think the plan... I think to do the East Coast trip I want to do is going to take 2 weeks. And if I go to Sturgis, that's just not going to happen. I'd like to go north and west at some point and head up either like US 2, go up to the UP and then take US 2 all the way across. Which, that's not a bad idea, because you have expensive room the first night up in central and northern Michigan. Especially if I left on a Friday. But then after that, you'd probably get over towards, you might the second night too. Might be able to get over to Superior, and Superior / Duluth, you'll start finding, because it's a good sized town, you'll find stuff cheaper a little bit. Yeah. And then my guess is that Sunday night, maybe Grand Forks, maybe further into North Dakota. I don't know at this point. I'm still kind of figuring that out. That might be pushing it in a week, though. That might be pushing it in 9 days to do. thing I'd like to do at some point was like what the original theme for this year was going to be first mile, last mile, until I said, you know what, I'm going to go to Sturgis. Which meant I have only got a week to take. What happened there? How did that happen? Getting back to talking about Sturgis, leave early that Wednesday, which would be like the 2nd, I think, and try to get, there's a casino right where Minnesota, South Dakota, and Iowa all come together. So that'll probably be where I stop that first night, which will be like 650 miles-ish. Now, the good thing about doing that is that only leaves me like 400 to get to the chip. You know, so yeah, we're only going to be talking about, what, a 6-hour day? Something like that. Which will make life, and that way I can get to the campground, unload the, get checked in, unload the bike, blah, 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 blah. Maybe go hit Alpine Inn or something, or Spearfish Canyon Lodge that night. Or Powder House. Effingham. Why? Sign Chicago. Oh, Illinois. Oh, IDOT, gonna IDOT. IDOT's gonna IDOT. Missouri signed Chicago, even though I-70 goes nowhere, doesn't go to Chicago. It connects to 55 and 57, which will both go to Chicago. If you want to sign something besides Indianapolis, sign Springfield. You know, not Effingham. Yeah, 370. That's about what I figured it would be. But that's the plan. And getting back, we'll have to leave early that following Thursday. You know, as soon as they start letting four-wheeled vehicles roll, which I think is at 7. And then I'm going to try to drive as far as I can and probably just get a hotel room. Probably head down towards Des Moines. That way I can head and miss the traffic getting into Indiana on 80, because